Captain Ibrahim Traoré's story is deeply intertwined with Burkina Faso's turbulent journey. Born in 1988 in Bondoki, his life reflects the challenges facing this Sahelian nation. Traoré's rise to power is remarkable, marked by his military experience and a desire for change. His leadership has been shaped by the fight against violent extremism and the complex political realities of the region. Traoré's early years were spent in a country grappling with poverty and political instability. These formative experiences likely influenced his worldview and decision to join the army in 2010. He served with distinction, earning recognition for his dedication and capabilities. Traoré earned a reputation as a rising star within the armed forces, solidifying his position as a key figure in Burkina Faso's military apparatus. Ibrahim Traoré's trajectory took a dramatic turn in 2022. Burkina Faso, already reeling from a coup that ousted President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore, witnessed another seismic shift in power. This time, Traoré was at the forefront. In January 2022, Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba seized control, promising to quell the Islamist insurgency. However, disillusionment grew as the security situation deteriorated under Damiba's watch. On September 30, 2022, Traoré launched a coup, overthrowing Damiba and seizing control of Burkina Faso. He justified the move by citing Damiba's failure to contain the insurgency and his inability to address the deteriorating security situation. His rise to power marked a turning point in Burkina Faso's history, raising questions about the country's future and Traoré's ability to deliver on his promises of stability and security. Ibrahim Traoré inherited a country in deep turmoil, facing challenges on multiple fronts. Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation in West Africa, has long grappled with poverty, political instability, and the growing threat of violent extremism. The economic situation is dire, with many citizens struggling to make ends meet. One of the most pressing issues is the worsening humanitarian crisis, which has reached unprecedented levels. Years of conflict have displaced millions of people within Burkina Faso, creating a dire situation with urgent needs for food, shelter, and medical care. The international community has been called upon to provide more aid. The security situation remains precarious, with militant groups, including those linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State, carrying out frequent attacks. These attacks have devastated communities and infrastructure. These groups exploit the country's porous borders, weak governance, and intercommunal tensions to further their agenda. The lack of effective border control exacerbates the problem. The proliferation of weapons throughout the region complicates the security situation, making it difficult to achieve stability. The easy availability of arms fuels the violence, making it more challenging to disarm communities and establish lasting peace. Efforts to disarm combatants have been met with resistance. Corruption, weak institutions, and a lack of accountability continue to plague the country, undermining public trust in the government. This pervasive corruption hampers development and erodes the social fabric. Central to Traoré's agenda is the fight against violent extremism. This is not just a military campaign, but a comprehensive strategy that involves multiple facets of society. He recognizes that restoring peace and stability is paramount to addressing Burkina Faso's other challenges. Without a secure environment, economic development and social progress remain elusive. One of his most significant moves was the creation of the Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland, or VDP. This initiative aims to empower local communities to take an active role in their own security. This civilian militia, composed of volunteers trained and equipped to assist the army, has become a key component of Burkina Faso's security apparatus. Their presence has been instrumental in several key operations. However, the use of the VDP has also drawn criticism, with concerns about human rights abuses and a lack of accountability. These issues have sparked debates about the balance between security and human rights. Traoré has also sought to strengthen the regular army, investing in training and equipment to enhance their capabilities. Modernizing the military is seen as essential to effectively counter the extremist threat. Acknowledging the regional dimension of the crisis, Traoré has emphasized the need for greater cooperation with neighboring countries. Collaborative efforts are crucial for a unified and effective response. International support is also crucial, providing much-needed resources and expertise to enhance Burkina Faso's counter-terrorism efforts. The involvement of global partners brings additional strength to local initiatives. The deep-rooted nature of the insurgency and the complex interplay of factors driving it pose significant obstacles. Overcoming these challenges requires a multifaceted approach and sustained commitment. Section 5. A shift in allegiances. Redefining foreign policy. Captain Traoré's leadership has ushered in a period of significant change in Burkina Faso's foreign policy. One of the most notable shifts has been a move away from France, the country's former colonial power. Traoré has been vocal in his criticism of France's military presence in the region, arguing that it has failed to effectively combat terrorism. He has demanded the withdrawal of French troops from Burkina Faso, signaling a clear break from the country's traditional alliance with Paris. This shift away from France has coincided with a warming of relations with Russia. Traoré has expressed interest in exploring closer ties with Moscow, particularly in the areas of security and military cooperation. This shift in allegiances has significant implications for the regional balance of power and the international community's approach to the Sahel crisis. Section 6. The Alliance of Sahel States, a new regional bloc. Amidst the changing geopolitical dynamics of the Sahel, Captain Traoré has taken steps to forge new alliances. Burkina Faso, under his leadership, has joined forces with Mali and Niger to establish a new regional bloc, known as the Alliance of Sahel States. This alliance signals a desire for greater regional cooperation and a move away from traditional partnerships. The formation of this alliance is partly driven by shared security concerns. The alliance aims to enhance intelligence sharing, coordinate military operations, and strengthen border security measures. Beyond security cooperation, the alliance also seeks to foster economic integration and development. The success of this alliance will depend on the commitment of its member states and their ability to work together towards common goals. Section 7. Silencing dissent, crackdowns and repression. While Captain Traoré has presented himself as a leader committed to combating terrorism and improving security, his tenure has also been marked by concerns over human rights and the shrinking space for dissent. His government has cracked down on opposition voices, raising concerns about authoritarian tendencies and a drift towards repression. There have been reports of arbitrary arrests, detentions, and intimidation of journalists, activists, and critics of the government. Media freedom has been curtailed, with restrictions imposed on reporting and access to information. The government has justified these measures as necessary to maintain order and security in the face of the ongoing threat from extremist groups. However, critics argue that these actions are disproportionate and amount to a systematic effort to silence dissent and consolidate power. International human rights organizations have expressed concern over the deteriorating human rights situation in Burkina Faso. Section 8. A legacy yet to be written. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership of Burkina Faso is a story still being written. He came to power promising to address the country's security crisis and restore stability. He has taken decisive action, forming new alliances, restructuring the military, and mobilizing the population for the fight against extremism. Yet, the challenges facing Burkina Faso are immense and deeply entrenched. The security situation remains precarious. The humanitarian crisis continues to worsen, and the country grapples with the economic fallout of years of conflict. Traoré's legacy will ultimately depend on his ability to navigate these complex challenges and deliver on his promises. Success in combating terrorism, restoring stability, and addressing the humanitarian crisis will be crucial to securing his place in Burkina Faso's history. Section 9. The unfolding story of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso stands at a crossroads, a nation rich in culture and history, yet grappling with modern-day challenges. The country faces an array of challenges, from a devastating security crisis and a worsening humanitarian emergency to the need for political stability and economic development. The resilience of its people is constantly tested. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's leadership offers a glimmer of hope for change, but significant obstacles remain. His vision for the future is ambitious, yet the path is fraught with difficulties. The fight against violent extremism will continue to be a defining feature of Burkina Faso's future. The ongoing conflict has deeply affected the lives of many, creating a sense of urgency for effective solutions. The success of Traoré's strategies, including the mobilization of civilian volunteers and the strengthening of regional alliances, will be crucial to restoring peace and security. These efforts are vital in building a foundation for long-term stability. Equally important will be addressing the root causes of instability, including poverty, inequality, and weak governance. Sustainable development and social justice are key to a brighter future. As Burkina Faso navigates this challenging juncture, a fundamental question remains. Can Captain Traoré unite the nation, overcome the security crisis, and set the country on a path towards a more peaceful and prosperous future? The hopes of many rest on his shoulders. The answer to this question will determine not only the fate of Burkina Faso, but also the broader stability of the Sahel region. The interconnectedness of these nations means that the impact of Burkina Faso's journey will resonate far beyond its borders.